All right, NHL Nation, this is going to be your NHL Round 1 playoff prediction review and NHL Round 2 predictions. I'll probably have to pause this a couple times, quite a little bit actually go over. As you know, I'm only going to say this once for hockey. In NHL, I didn't do this last year, I'm doing this year. I do two different predictions, one for how many games the series will go, and one for who. I do two predictions. As y'all know, I do two sets of predictions. One prediction for how many games I think the series will go, and one prediction for who I think will win the series. So let's just get right into that. And I always start in the East because I'm a Blackhawks fan. They're in the West, so I will always do the West last for the NHL. So let's get into that. Obviously, for the first round, for the East, for the series predictions, I went 2-2 in the East. Yeah, for the series predictions in the first round, for my series predictions for the NHL for the first round, I went 2-2 in the East and 2-2 in the West, for a total of 4-2 between. So in the first round, in the East, I went 2-2. In the first round in the West, I went 2-2 for my series predictions, bringing my total between the East and West to 4-4 through 8 games for my series predictions. So for the East, the two I got right were the Vegas series and the Ducks series out of the East, and in the West, I got the Buffalo and the Montreal Canadiens series right. So there you have it for the series predictions. Let's get into my predictions for how I did for picking the win. In the NHL first round in the East, I went 2-2 as far as predicting who I thought would win right. And in the West, I went 3-1 as far as picking the winners right. So 2-2 in the East for picking the winners right. 3-1 in the West for picking the winners right. Bringing my total to 5-3 through 8 games between the East and West for the first round. So in the East, the two I got right were Vegas and the Hurricanes. And in the West, I'm just going to tell you the one I got wrong because obviously I got 3 out of 4 right, so I only missed one in the West. And the one I got wrong so the two I got right in the East were Vegas. The two I got right in the East were Vegas and the Hurricanes. And the only one I got wrong in the West was the Montreal Canadiens Tampa Bay Lightning series. So yeah, there we have it. Obviously, that's my prediction so far. To recap, 2-2 in the East, 2-2 in the West as far as my series predictions go, with a total of 4-4 between the East and West for the first round for my series predictions. And then for my game winner predictions, 2-2 in the East, 3-1 in the West, for a total of 5-3 between the East and West overall, for a total of 5-3 between the East and West overall through 8 games. 5-3 overall through 8 games between the East and West for my game winners for the first round of the hockey playoffs. Now, let's get into that second round. In the East, obviously I did a video on Saturday because we had one game on Saturday in the East and one game on Sunday and one game on Sunday. We had one game on Saturday. We had one game on Saturday in the East and one game on Sunday in the West for the second round of the playoffs. So I said that I was going to do this when I did my full playoff projection video. When I did my full playoff prediction video, I also said on Saturday in the video I did that on Monday when I did my full playoffs, I did say on Saturday when I did my video for them 2 games that on Monday when I did my full round 2 prediction for the second round of the playoffs, I would do it again then. So obviously, let's just go like this. In the East, we got the Hurricanes and the Flyers. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes in that series. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes to win that series over the Flyers in 6 games. So for your second round playoff predictions, we start in the East like always. In the East, in the first matchup, we got the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. I am going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes in this series in 6 games. And in your other matchup in the East, we got the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, to recap, in the East, in one matchup, we got the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes to beat the Philadelphia Flyers in 6 games. In the other matchup in the East, we got the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. I am going to go with the Montreal Canadiens here in 6 games. And in the 2 matchups in the West, I am going to go, in the 2 matchups in the West, we got the Avalanche and the Wild. And then we got the Vegas Golden Knights and Anaheim Ducks. So I'm going to go with the Colorado Avalanche to beat the Minnesota Wild in 6 games. I'm going to go with Avalanche over the Wild in 6 games. And in the other matchup in the West, I'm going with the Anaheim Ducks over the Vegas. In the other matchup in the West, I am going with the Anaheim. In the other matchup in the West, I am going with the Anaheim Ducks over the Vegas Golden. So in the other matchup in the West, I am going with the Anaheim Ducks over the Vegas Golden Knights in 5. So there you have it, folks. Enjoy it all. Enjoy it all. Be back after the second round, another recap. But anyways, go Blackhawks.